I, Avery Morgan, had spent 4 years buried in books, late nights in the library, and countless sacrifices just to reach this day, my college graduation. I imagined my parents, Linda and David Morgan, in the audience, proud smiles, maybe a tear in my mother's eye. But when I called them the morning of the ceremony, my heart sank. "We're not coming, honey," my mother said casually. "It's prom night for Chloe, and you know how important that is." "We're not coming, honey," my mother said casually. "It's prom night for Chloe, and you know how important that is." I stared at the phone. They're skipping my biggest day for my sister's dance? Chloe Morgan, my younger sister, was 15. Bubbly and completely obsessed with social media. They had spent weeks preparing for her prom, the dress, the makeup, the photos, but my graduation, something I had worked toward my entire life, was dismissed like an afterthought. "Fine," I said, my voice flat. "Enjoy prom." Anger smoldered inside me for weeks. I couldn't change the past, but I could change the future. I decided I would rise higher than they ever expected. If they valued Chloe's appearances over my achievements, I would prove that I didn't need their validation. I started small, building a freelance business on the side while preparing for a career in corporate marketing. I spent nights networking, taking online courses, and learning everything I could about high-profile events. Chloe, oblivious as always, continued living her carefree teenage life. Linda and David remained thrilled by their perfect family image, not noticing my growing ambitions, or perhaps they didn't care. 2 years later, I landed a dream job at a prestigious marketing firm in New York City. The first campaign I led was a massive success, earning industry recognition and press coverage. Meanwhile, Chloe's life followed the same pattern: Instagram selfies, local high school awards, and shopping sprees. Linda and David showered her with praise and dismissed my achievements with polite nods. But I had something they didn't: independence, influence, and growing wealth. One evening, my company announced a gala for our top clients, a black-tie event, the kind of high-profile party that could define a career. Invitations would reach celebrities, media personalities, and influencers. As I prepared the guest list, I realized I had the perfect opportunity. Linda and David were obsessed with appearances and social status. I could create a scenario where the tables turned. I discreetly extended a VIP invitation to Chloe. Without telling Linda and David, it was not just a local prom-style event, but a sophisticated, media-covered gala. On the night of the gala, Chloe arrived in a sparkling gown, expecting a fun evening of selfies and mild recognition. Instead, she was thrust into a world of flashing cameras, formal speeches, and elite guests. She froze, overwhelmed. Meanwhile, I arrived with confidence, greeted by executives and journalists alike. I watched Linda and David arrive, expecting to find their precious daughter at her peak moment of attention, but Chloe looked lost, unsure how to navigate the professional crowd. I approached them, calm and radiant. "Mom, Dad," I said, "I hope you're enjoying the gala. This is my event. I organized it, planned everything, and these are the clients I brought in." My parents' faces turned pale. They glanced at Chloe, then back at me, suddenly realizing they had missed my graduation and countless other milestones while prioritizing her fleeting teenage moments. The gala progressed, and Chloe's discomfort grew. She had never been out of her comfort zone, and the formal world of industry professionals was intimidating. Linda and David tried to help her, but she couldn't shine here. Meanwhile, I moved from table to table, confident and composed, charming industry leaders and subtly showing my parents the extent of my influence. I had done what they never imagined I could, built a life that demanded their attention, respect, and acknowledgement. Finally, during the event's highlight, the CEO of my company invited me to speak. I shared my story of determination, hard work, and sacrifices that often went unnoticed. I concluded with a message about family and choices. Sometimes, people we love don't see our milestones, but that doesn't define our worth. We define it ourselves. Linda and David were mortified. Chloe, embarrassed and humbled, finally understood that life outside the small bubble they had created for her could be intimidating. She looked at me with a mix of awe and regret. I smiled, serene. Revenge wasn't about humiliation. It was about showing them that ignoring my worth didn't make me less. It only made me stronger. That night, I didn't just attend a gala. I owned it. My parents realized the consequences of their favoritism. Chloe learned humility, and I finally felt the recognition I deserved, not just from them, but from myself. Later, I launched my own marketing firm. Linda and David, humbled by my success, began treating me with the respect they had denied for years. Chloe grew into a confident young woman, finally understanding that achievements aren't handed to you. They're earned. I forgave them, not because they deserved it, but because my happiness no longer depended on their approval. I had claimed my moment, and in doing so found a life richer, brighter, and more fulfilling than I could have imagined.